I definitely thought at first that nicotine in general wasn't that bad of a substance. Uh, Growing up as a kid, you're told countless times that nicotine is a terrible substance and that you shouldn't really introduce your body to it. But at the time, it was also cool. It was a fad. It was a big thing amongst all of my friends, and I didn't think much of it until after the fact. I could look to my left and say, "Can I hit your Juul?" Or I could look to my right and say, "Can I hit your Soren?" or whatever. It was very much available.
I learned about vaping in, I think, 8th grade when my friend's older sister had vape. Made me feel like cool, I guess, doing something that everybody was doing. The buzz was like different, something I never felt before.
Nicotine mimics dopamine, which is the feel-good chemical in the brain, but only temporarily, which increases the craving when nicotine is removed.
I think I did understand the amount of nicotine that was going into my body. I just didn't care at the time.
Nicotine is very addictive. It's been shown to be more addictive than cocaine and even heroin. If you've ever known somebody who was a smoker and tried to quit, you might have seen how difficult it can be.
After a while, vaping just became part of my life. It was something I did. I woke up in the morning, right before I went to sleep, all day long. I'd like sneak it all the whole time throughout the day. It just became part of me. The summer going into my freshman year of college, I got hospitalized because of vaping.
It was heartbreaking to see my son struggle so much. He's a great kid, but he's a kid, and he sometimes makes decisions that are not wise. He sometimes takes risks that I wouldn't take as an adult, and you never want the worst thing to happen for your children.
I was on a family vacation to upstate New York at a lake, and I had a fever that whole week. I had no energy. I couldn't eat any food. And on the 8-hour ride home, I threw up probably like every 15, 20 minutes. I was diagnosed with pneumonia. My experience in the hospital was horrible. I was in the hospital for 7 days and I was on oxygen for 6 days. I didn't eat food for 10 days. I lost 30 pounds. I didn't have the muscle or strength to walk. I had to I couldn't breathe on my own. I had an oxygen mask on, and then they put the tubes up my nose just so I was able to stay alive.
And I'll never forget one time he had to go to the bathroom, and he took that off and took this oxygen mask off just to walk to the bathroom, which was a few steps away. And immediately the nurses came into the room because his oxygen level had dropped that quickly. That's how bad his lungs were in that moment. To anyone who thinks that they want to try vaping or they want to continue vaping, I would just simply say it's not worth it. What it cost my son that summer, he's still sort of figuring out the measurement of that.
One of the doctors looked at my x-rays and hadn't met me or read my file yet, and he thought I was an 85-year-old man, and then came in and realized that I was 18 years old, and he was really freaked out. One thing I'd want the audiences to know is to don't try it. It's not worth it. It's not fun. It's just kind of something stupid that everybody thought was cool for a little bit.
Many young people have tried and become addicted to nicotine through vaping who never would have used cigarettes.
I understand how kids want to be like the rest of the kids out there, doing whatever it is they're doing, 50 years ago, smoking cigarettes, smoking pot, and now vaping. And I get the idea. You want to be cool, you want to be in with the in crowd, you don't want to look like an outsider, somebody different. But it's a great lesson to learn that you don't need to do that, whatever that is, to be a part of the crowd, to be a fun person. You can do your own thing and still fit in. And if those people don't respect you for that, then you need to find other friends and other people to be with, because it's that important.
They might think it tastes good or it's cool to have smoke come out of your mouth, but it'll change them for the worse.
What I would say to the vape manufacturers if I had a chance, quite honestly, is shame on you. I understand they're a business and they have a right to come out with products that they can sell to make money. That's what businesses do. But the vape products, when they were first marketed, were clearly targeted at young people, at children and at teenagers. They were designed to be almost invisible to the unknowing eye, where it would look like a USB B charger, so that you could stick it in your pocket and it would look like all your other school supplies, so that you could use one without any trail of smoke, that it was flavored like bubble gum and chocolate and other things that would be enticing to kids. Come on, shame on you.